recording. There we go. Okay, can all y'all give me like a thumbs up if you can see it? Sweet.
Yes.
You guys can hear us all right? Awesome. Okay. Well, welcome. My name is Cammie.
And my name is Madison. And then this is our presentation about 2020 signs. Some of you may be asking, why is this important? Why do we need to learn 2020 signs? But we were thinking, and these signs that you're learning, they're not random. They're happening
Right now.
You may want to talk about them. You may need to talk about them. So it's important just to try and learn what's happening, because you may see a lot of, interpreters on the news interpreting for the president, other important people. So that's why we wanted to teach you the 2020 signs.
Yeah. So with that, you will see the interpreters signing at these events, and these events are important not only for hearing people to know about, but the deaf community, deaf culture, all of that, deaf blind people, they need the same access that we have. So these signs that you'll see are really important right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get started. Title slide is 2020 signs. Okay, so we're going to start off in a chronological order of events this year. So we have Australia, regarding the Australian fires.
It's your middle finger and it's your thumb on both hands. You can kind of like pinching. You'd start it from your belt, go up and flick. I always remember it, if you've ever seen those Australian Wranglers that go out, they have those really big belts. If that helps you remember it. So it's your middle finger and your thumb kind of flick off of your belt, if you can see that.
Okay, and with that, fire. So if you have a small fire, it's fire, but the Australian wildfires, it's fire. It's a lot of fire.
And this one's very easy and very fun. It's your two hands. Give us some jazz fingers,
and then just move them around.
I kind of do it to my body and then away from my body.
I do a different variation of it where I kind of go up and down with it. Both of them are correct. It's just where we learned them from.
Nivi, you might want to keep it in medial part of your body. It's here close to the torso.
Yeah. Unless your hair is on fire.
Unless your hair is on fire, then you can do it up there.
Okay, so in the scheme of everything, we have our bats.
It is an X shape, so it's just your, I don't know if you can see, it's your pointer
finger,
kind of just bent. Both of your pointer fingers are bent kind of like this. I remember it kind of how Dracula has that huge kind of collar.
Oh, yeah,
that huge collar that Dracula is notorious for having. That's what it kind of reminds me of, a collar, a little fringe that bats may have.
Yeah, and a lot of the times you'll see both of us signing it slightly different, and these are just variations in the sign, but they're both the same sign. Okay, so this one's extremely important. Coronavirus, because that's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. The 5-prong little spikes in a ball. Coronavirus.
So it is
COVID.
It is your non-dominant hand that's just a closed fist.
Actually, probably should ask this at the beginning. Is anybody in here left-handed?
Left hand dominant.
If you do, put a little thumbs up on the screen or something.
If you're left-handed.
Oh, cool. Everyone's right-handed. Perfect.
So take your left hand. Your left hand is a fist, kind of right in front of you, facing you. And then your other hand,
your right hand,
starts from the center and goes out, kind of fans out.
And it's going to make a 5. Coronavirus or COVID.
It looks like corona, and it's also similar to the sign for pandemic,
which will be next.
Spread.
So spread or pandemic is, so coronavirus, spread, you're literally trying to spread your fingers out. Pandemic is just you spread more than just spread.
It's just your two hands. Start small, kind of at the chest, and then comes out.
Yep.
And it could be if it's a slow spread, you do it fast.
Or
If it's coronavirus, go very fast.
And if it's very wide, like if it's widespread or a pandemic, it's all around. I'm also really glad that we've been in contact with each other because this is not 6 feet. We have been in contact with each other, so this is normal. So one thing super important, have your handy dandy mask.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Yes. So you have a mask, and like it should, it goes over your nose in the sign. So for both hands, it's your pointer finger and your pinky. You make your rock-on hands. You kind of start kind of at your nose and just kind of follow the outline that your mask would. Start at your nose and then go above your ears. And in this picture, you can also do it with your index finger and your thumb, making a little C. Same. You also can do like a little peace sign hands. There are all different variations of the sign for mask. But the most important thing is just nose over the ears. Just like you would if you're wearing it. Yes. Wear your mask. Over your nose. Okay, another super important one is washing your hands. This is as easy as it looks, and it is exactly what it is. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to wash your hands. You can rub them around like if you're rubbing soap in or hand sanitizer that doesn't want to dry. I'm sure you've seen the sign all over the place. Yeah. So it's literally just like washing your hands. You were learning a sign and you didn't even know it. Exactly. This picture's kind of creepy. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, a super important one is isolation. So if you have COVID, to stop the spread, you need to isolate or quarantine. So you have your non-dominant hand, so your left hand. Your left hand on top, just kind of making a flat hand. And you make an I, just the letter I. Just your pinky. Just your pinky up. And you're going to spin her around in a circle underneath. Like she's all alone, because she is. And that's kind of how I remember it. Kind of like, here's your ceiling, here's you, and you're just chilling. Waiting for the COVID to be over. Yep. And quarantine is the same, but it's just with a Q, which is your pointer finger and your thumb. Kind of in a facing downward. Kind of looks like you're pinching. Yep. Just kind of the same thing. It's a little arc quarantine. Impeachment. So this is a little different than what we were talking about. So impeachment, there's a couple different signs for impeachment, but the most notorious one is impeachment. Like you're gonna flick something off your thumb. You're gonna start with your left hand, making a fist. In your right hand, make a fist, but tuck your index finger under your thumb under your index finger. So it's kind of raised. You're gonna flick it out, like it's being kicked out. Well, that's literally what the sign is. That's kind of what the sign is. But it's also like fired is very similar, just kind of like you're out of here. Like you have to leave. It's not like you are leaving by choice. It's like you have no choice. Yeah. You are leaving. All right. Another sign is president. This has been very popular in the news as well. We have all of our little political campaign signs coming through in the PowerPoint. Yep. I like this one because your two hands kind of start right here, like above your head. Make your antlers. Make your little antlers to start off with. And then you just kind of like close your hands as you're going away from your body. And another variation of it is instead of starting with your antlers, you start in the middle of your forehead and you make a little circle with it. President. So I usually sign in a circle. But I've seen president do the same thing. Just your two hands moving at the same time away into a fist. Yep. Donald Trump. So he has a lot of different signs, actually. This is the only one we can find. This is the most neutral sign. This is the most neutral sign. His name. So this is the sign for Donald Trump because of his hair. If you've ever seen his hair flying to the wind. Yep. Oh, I'm too tall for the camera. Because deaf signs, like this is not considered rude or making fun. Deaf signs are very literal. They're literal. They are visual. The signs look like exactly what they're supposed to, and Donald Trump has the very iconic hairdo, so that's where that comes from. Donald Trump. The other thing is you'll see some people spell Trump, just finger spell it. But this is probably a wide known sign that you see the most often. It's just because of his hair. Okay. Another very important one right now is the acronym BLM. So with acronyms, you have the finger spelling, but instead of just finger spelling it, you make a circle with it. So you have your B, make a little circle, your L, make a little circle, and your M, and you make that a little circle. And that's like signifies that it's an acronym and not you're trying to spell a word.
And like the B is just like your right hand, your flat hand with your thumbs kind of tucked in on the palm. That's B. L is exactly, the loser sign that we all kind of come to know and love is that
and then
one.
M, you're going to take your thumb and tuck it between your ring finger and your pinky finger and bend all your other fingers on top of it.
It kind of looks like an M if you look at it because you have the 3 fingers.
Yep.
An M. B, L, M.
Okay. So with that in mind, okay, hold on, this is in the way now. Okay, why is it not going to the middle? Oh, there we go. Okay, so these are 2 very important signs right now. The other thing with it is it depends who you are as a person. If you are a Black POC, which
we're not.
Yeah, we're not. I'm still going to teach it to you. So the sign is you're going to take your B hand again and wipe it across your eyebrows. So it's a sign for Black. And then lives, you can either make a little thumbs up and go from your hips to your shoulders, or your L's from your hips to your shoulders. And then you're going to take your hands, they're going to start on your chin, and you're going to crinkle your fingers down.
So
yes,
kind of start so to start over, you have your B at your forehead. It goes from your left to your right.
Yes.
So Black,
lives.
Lives can be the L or the A.
And then this
matter. So this is also kind of the sign for cherish.
This is a sign for cherish.
Value. That's kind of how you kind of can remember it because it's important to you. Kind of grabbing it and keeping it close.
Yes. And then for all others, whether you are another person of color or a ally or anything, pretty much sums up everything else. You will if you stick your index finger up like you're pointing, you're going to run that across your eyebrows. Same thing with the lives. You can do the thumbs up from your hips to your shoulders or the L's from your hips to your shoulders. And you make the okay symbol. It's also an F. And you're going to start at the bottom with them together. And you're going to make a circle and bring them up together again. So this is the sign for important. So Black Lives Matter. Or if you translate it literally, Black lives are important.
Which they are.
Protest. Actually, if you look at the Black Power fist, it kind of tells you what to do. Protest. It's literally, you just turn your fist down.
It starts facing you, so your fingers and your thumb should be facing you, and then it goes out.
Yep. Protest. And this is different from a march. A march,
yes.
You have if you hold up the number 4 with both hands and you make them walk around. That's a march.
It's a very different connotation. Protest is more kind of resistance. It's kind of what that fist turning away is.
Mm-hmm.
That
this
resistance
is actual
that's standing out, and then a march is a realistic march.
Yes, but this is also I'm marching.
Yes.
The actual act of it, and I'm marching in a protest. Canceled, because everything this year has been canceled.
We've seen this word so many times.
And we've seen this sign, the actual the event is canceled due to COVID precautions so many times. So you have your hand, make it just a flat hand, it's a piece of paper. You take your index finger and you're gonna draw an X.
Exactly what it looks like.
Yep, just like you're marking it off on your calendar because the event did not happen.
Just slashing an X on your hand, it is canceled.
There's no other things to say about that. The world is canceled this year.
If I had a nickel for every single time I saw this in an email,
we would all be rich by now. Okay, murder hornets. We kind of put this one in here, not because it was a very relevant part of 2020, but for our generation and social media with the memes, it was a very interesting.
Unfortunately, it was an internet sensation for a little while, but it was still very relevant. We saw it quite a bit in the news.
Yes. So with that, you're going to take your flat hand again and your index finger, and you are going to make a diagonal line across your hand, but it's actually pretty dramatic. So you do it pretty quick. Murder. That's actually the sign for murder, whether it's you're murdering a person or the murder hornets. So murder, and then like a wasp or a bee, if you take your OK symbol or your F, put it on your chin, and then smack it.
I kind of remember it's like a bee sting, so the bee kind of comes on your cheek.
It's a little stinger. So murder hornets, if you put them together.
Yes. This one was a little bit more humorous than it was anything else. We don't see this much in the media anymore, but I remember seeing it on the news, and it was something special.
And then, since it is a proper noun now, you also can finger spell it, but for ease and quickness, they'll just say murder hornets. California. This is super important right now because they're still kind of on fire.
Yes. Unfortunately.
So California, take your index finger, point to your ear, and then you're going to pull back, and the iconic I love you symbol that everybody knows and loves, you're going to pull it back to that. California. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah. Starts from your ear, comes out, and you make that.
Yep. California. Oh, California.
It's very similar to the sign for gold.
It's actually the same sign for gold.
It's the same sign for gold for the gold rush.
Yes. Little history for you. That's how the sign originated, actually, is due to the California gold rush. Okay. Same with California and the wildfires. Washington. So you're going to take a W from the ASL alphabet. You're just going to kind of brush it on your shoulder, like you're trying to brush some lint off.
Yes.
Washington. This is Washington State, not like Washington, D.C.
Yes. And Washington, D.C. is the same sign. It's
but
just that, and then you add D.C. at the end.
Washington, D.C. You know, sometimes ASL does do the least with the most. Okay, Tik Tok, because this is not only extremely relevant with our generation and the younger generation, but the news of it getting banned 3 or 4 times this year. I don't even know. But so this one does not have a particular sign, but it is finger spelled. So you have, well, the letters are in front of you. So Tik, so T. You're going to take your fist and put your thumb between your index finger and your middle finger and close it around it. I, and that same one from isolation. K. Kind of looks like a K.
Yeah, K is kind of funny. So it's your middle finger and your pointer finger kind of spread out.
Yep.
And then you just kind of stick your thumb in between it. And then you can't see because I'm kind of far away.
I can zoom in. Let me zoom in on our hands really fast.
It's a little weird. So it's your middle finger, your pointer finger, and your thumb.
We will zoom out in a second. So yeah, you can also do it facing forward, where you have like a V or peace sign, and your thumb is just between either one or K. So I usually kind of bend mine, but. And then again, another T for talk. And then an O kind of looks like what you would expect it to. You just make an O. And then one more K. So Tik Tok. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out because this is extremely close.
Yes. I was like, this one, again, does not have a sign yet. I'm sure it will get one very soon.
Yeah, eventually I think it will, but not yet. Usually takes almost like a year for it to become
it takes a
an actual sign. So Biden does not have a direct sign that is common. So his name is spelled. So you can take a flat hand and tuck your thumb in for B. Your I again. D is pretty much what you would think it is. Just your index finger up. I need to zoom in again.
Yeah. So it's just your pointer finger that's out, and then everything else is kind of in the O shape. So it's easier if you just start from an O, and then just kind of put your pointer finger up.
Yep. And then an E, you're just gonna kind of crunch your fingers in, like you're checking your nails.
It's a little like scrunch, like when you're looking at your nails.
Yeah, E. And then an N is close to an M, but you're gonna put your thumb between your middle finger and your ring finger and bend it over. N. So Biden.
Unfortunately, he does not have a sign name yet. It's a lot easier when celebrities have sign names, but you gotta spell his.
Debate. Okay, so this one's a little complicated. Normally, this is the sign. If you take your flat hand and your index finger and you just smack it against it, this is normally the sign for debate or discussion. This year in the news, they used this sign, which means a verbal argument. And if you take two index fingers and you just run them back and forth. Yeah, so debate. Or this year's is debate.
Yeah. This one is more civil. This is just your flat hand. And
this is like
finger.
The actual.
It's an actual debate club, chit chat and discussing what their debate was a little bit more
of an argument.
It was more of an argument. It was not as civil.
Yeah. Okay. Election and vote. Also, if you have not, please vote. Actually, that's a sign for vote. So you're going to take an O on your non-dominant hand. To your left hand, and you're gonna put it up like it looks kind of like a cup. And then you're gonna take an F and you're gonna put your ballot in the box. That's how I remember it.
That's how I remember it. Like you're putting your vote, your ballot, your ticket in the little slot.
Yep. It's also the sign for T.
Yeah, T is very similar to vote.
But vote, it's important right now.
Please vote. Registration is open.
Yes.
Voting has started.
Democrat. So typically for Democrat and Republican, they will first fingerspell Democrat and then sign Democrat. So it's your D hand shape and you just kind of slide it in or wiggle it. Democrat.
It's just kind of like a D with a wiggle. And it would make more sense in context if you're actually talking about politics and you do that. It'll make more sense versus just, hi, how are you? And Republican is the same thing except with an R, which is just your pointer finger and your middle finger just kind of
twist them together. Actually, this was the sign for best friends.
Yeah.
Republican. But again, normally it is first spelled Republican. There we go. I was like, wait, I forgot this again. Or they'll say GOP, just because that's a common acronym. Before they'll say Republican, just for clarification. VP. There's no really sign for. You're not saying an assistant to the president. It's VP, and you're gonna do that same circular motion that you did with BLM. So you can take your V and make a little circle. And then P, how I like to remember it, is if a boy is standing, that's where he pees. It's a little graphic, but it helps me to remember it. So VP. Yep, perfect. And fly, the notorious fly of it. It wasn't necessarily that we were trying to get political with this, but the fly broke the internet.
It was really popular, and a lot of people had to interpret that in the news. So we thought it was, worth mentioning.
So fly is the sign for bug is bug or bug. So if you take the number 3, put it on your nose and flap it over. That's the sign for bug. And then a fly specifically, you just be like, a bug that kind of moves around a lot, flies around. It's a fly. Yep. Those are our signs. We're going to do a really quick review, and then we're going to play a game. So the sign for 2020 is, oh, wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm still sharing. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the sign for 2020. 2020. This is the sign for 20. Just instead of saying 2020, you say 2020.
It's just your thumb and your pointer finger, pinch.
Yep. Australia. Fire. Oh, Rico.
He's got glass.
That's fine.
Fire. It actually kind of looks like fire. You've ever seen like a crackling fire? It starts big from the bottom and goes up to the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bat. Sorry, I keep getting messages from Greta. Coronavirus or COVID. Something that we are all worried about right now.
Yes.
And I would not be standing this close to you if I haven't been in contact with you. Spread or pandemic. Spread. Mask. Washing our hands. What I'm going to do after this class.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantine or isolation. Impeachment. I don't know why it reminds me of like popping in bottle cap. Impeachment. President or president. Donald Trump. Black Lives Matter or BLM. So we are probably going to only focus on the allies one.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll sign both of them again. So for Black POC, Black Lives or Lives Matter. And again, this is the sign for cherish or adore. And then for allies, Black Lives Matter. Good. Okay. Protest. Good. Canceled. Perfect. Murder hornet.
So it's
Murder.
like it's kill or murder, and then
Hornets. Yep, you guys got it. I'm like watching their videos. Okay. California. Yep. Washington. Good. Tik Tok. Good. Okay. Awesome. I'm trying to like watch both of us.
they're good at finger spelling.
They are. Biden. E-N. Good. Debate.
Well, what should be debate? What was the debate?
Debate, as in like the actual what it is, what ours was.
Yeah.
Vote or election. They're the same because one is just the verb of the noun. Yeah. Democrat. Republican. VP. Yep. Mm-hmm. Guys got it. Fly or bug. Perfect. Okay. Stop share.
I have a question real quick.
What's up?
What was 2020 again?
2020. So if you take the like L symbol and you pinch them, so 2020, you kind of move it. 2020.
So if you're gonna start like it should be facing outwards, like 20, then move it over 20, 20, 20.
So it's twice, so like 20.
Yes, 20,
okay.
20.
Yep.
Instead of like 2, 0, 2, 0, it's
20,
20.
Yep.
It's the easiest year to sign.
It honestly is.
It's the easiest one to sign.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
I got a little Kahoot planned.
To play Kahoot.
Just a little review. I thought it'd be fun. Because, I mean, if you just learn the signs, it's one thing, but you got to try and practice it, get the knowledge going. And I love Kahoot. I really do.
Who doesn't love Kahoot?
Madison, I don't think you understand. I can't memorize that all that quick.
Which is okay, but you have to practice it. That's why we have recorded. It's Halloween themed.
Sorry. Yeah, I realized you guys aren't able to see it yet. But, oh wait, can you guys hear it? Awesome. That's actually hilarious. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, turn the volume down a little bit. Cool.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Can you guys still hear us and the music?
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
And our presentation has been recorded, so you can go back and watch it. I understand that just learning the signs for the first time is not gonna stick.
It, yes.
But there will be a recording of our signs. Okay, this music is really wild.
It really is. Okay. I low-key wanna play with it.
You gonna play?
The way we have a couple people in. I'm not gonna do it like immediately. Seven, 0, 2, 9, 5, 1. Okay. Are all you guys ready? Oh, okay. Just want to make sure we're good.
Yeah, I don't know why this looks so
Halloween. The Halloween music. Awesome. Okay.
Let's get started. Good luck to everybody.
Yes, we will not immediately. We won't count in the final tally of things. Okay, ASL signs for 2020.
Like I should sign it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign it.
So just so they know what it looks like.
What is this sign?
Starts from the belt, comes up, and flicks.
We also have to answer that first, so we'll time out. Yes!
Australia is the little pinchy fingers from the belt, up, flick.
Perfect.
Oops, Shouty's in the lead.
Okay. We're the last two people to answer. Perfect. You guys are rocking it so far. Gotta sound like old, like professor right now. Okay, it's our turn.
See, I like that sign because all I can imagine is those little bats and like Dracula with their little.
I think of the little like claws
Yeah,
that
like
the bats have,
like,
and they
this
like
little
they sleep
claws.
like this. That's how I think of it.
Thanks, dude.
But honestly, you guys are doing great.
Starts with the fist and then has the spread.
Okay. I'm just waiting till we get to 3 and then it's us to answer. Perfect. You guys are doing really good, actually. I'm really proud. I don't actually know what sign's next. We love a Kahoot. Oh. I just realized it's in the thing. Well, you guys definitely shouldn't get this one wrong.
Oops, but yes, it can either be with just your thumb or your pointer finger in a square shape, or it can be your pointer finger and your pinky.
Yeah, just how like
the
each
outline. Different
mask looks a little different.
Ooh, go Shouty. It's your birthday.
Okay.
Okay, this one is what it looks like.
I really like the fact that we're the last to answer this.
Has your flat hand and then has the eye at the bottom.
It'd be really sad if one of us got these wrong. Just saying. No pressure.
Start with the thumb and then flicks out.
Okay, god, if we get an 100 for 100, I'm gonna be so proud and so excited.
Yeah.
You know, you could probably click this, so I'll have to move.
I'll take over.
Okay.
Oop. Shouty is in the lead. Steph is close behind.
We are at the bottom.
We're at the bottom. Okay.
Oh, it would have been really bad if you put both of them on there.
That's why I was trying, like,
Not make it too.
not to.
Okay.
I think I do have the other one.
Yeah, I mean,
here.
like, on the same.
You know. Just make it different.
Oh, ooh, you have it on this one. Oh, we're waiting on me.
And I did
Sorry.
put two of them separately, not to be.
You still got it right,
Not
though,
to be
so-
not to be political, but just so we know, like in the media, you will see both.
Yes. But there is an important difference.
Ooh, Mads is
You
crawling up the board.
You just passed me. It's not that.
Whoa, we have this. Has the flat hand and then the pointer finger. Oh no.
It's okay.
That's okay.
So
Debate.
this one is canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Debate is just bouncing on your hand.
Yes. Cancel kind of looks like you were physically crossing something off your agenda. You're getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Exit out. Debate is more, looks like you're hashing stuff out.
Yep. What song is this?
Got like a two-parter. That one's kind of obvious. Murder looks kind of sinister in my opinion.
You're stabbing somebody?
That's what it looks like.
It really does.
Ooh, Mads is getting up there. Keiichi has fallen behind, but will she be able to catch back up? And you don't know this, but you also know the sign for gold.
Yay! Double signs.
Ooh, Keiichi's getting back up there.
My goal is just to beat you. Get it.
Has the three hands off of the, or the three fingers off the shoulder, kind of like a flicking. Oh no, we're doing this.
How we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta sign it still.
I can do this.
You might want to click next.
Yes, I will click next. Ooh.
You still have to wait for all of them.
So it says the T, the I, the K, the T, the O, and the other K. It's just fingerspell. Most proper nouns are fingerspelled.
Yes. Tik Tok.
TikTok and Biden are about the same length.
Yeah.
But
and with
Biden's
you
kind
gotta
of
start with the.
the B is a lot taller
Yeah.
versus the T. It's a lot smaller.
It's all right.
But which is very okay because fingerspelling was very hard for me going.
Hold on, someone's trying to come in. So
the B, the I, D.
trying to admit this person to be a good human.
She might come in.
It's okay.
She's welcome to join Kahoot.
So that was our professor that just came in. Okay.
This is the flat hand that is horizontal, the pointer finger in a different motion than cancel. Yeah, so debate is flat, and then cancel's kind of like to yourself. All right, you got your open hand here. Got the okay.
Just clicked the wrong box because I couldn't see.
Friendly reminder to vote, go vote.
Also, thank you for clicking mine, even though I know you clicked it after yours.
All right, just the D.
Who won that one?
I did. Save movement with the arm. Everyone got that wrong.
When we start getting competitive.
All right.
But only with each other. Ah, dang it, my name clicked.
Ooh, math is getting up there. This is the 3 finger at the nose. Dang.
Okay, the last sign. Seems like for them to be done. Rude.
I play to win.
You're just beating me.
All right. Congratulations, KT. Yay! Congratulations, Stephanie. And Shouty with 27 out of 27. Amazing.
Yeah, you guys did amazing.
Amazing.
Okay. Where's the, there it is. Awesome. Like, that was, you guys did really good, and I'm really proud.
I thought it went great. I hope you guys learned a lot. You know, these signs, you know, now may seem not relevant, but they're important. You'll see them again until the end of the year.
Hopefully, only the end of the year.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully a few we may not need to sign anymore.
who knows? But if you guys want to like watch this again, it is recorded. So you can watch it again and again and again. Learn and share or spread the signs you learned with your friends, your family, people you work with, some like random person you don't know. Yeah. But I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for coming.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, any questions for us?
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I really appreciate it. And no problem. I hope you'll have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stop share. Oh, we had something in the chat. Oh,
She learned something. Thank you, Stephanie.
hold on. I want to take a picture of this. I'm gonna stop.
Stephanie.